It is the oldest building in the city of Pittsburgh, and visitors from around the world come to see it every year. Hi, I'm Tonya Caruso. Welcome to Comcast Newsmakers, and joining us right now is Emily Weaver. She is the curator of the Fort Pitt Block House. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Well, some people would say you have the coolest job in the city of Pittsburgh, and really this is such a treasure and so important to our region.
It is. The Block House is the oldest building in the city of Pittsburgh. It's built in 1764. It's never been moved from its location, and it's the only structure that we have left of Fort Pitt, which was at one time one of the largest British forts in North America during the 18th century.
It's so important to the French and Indian War.
Yes, so very important. It was a key fortification built during that conflict. It was a way for the British to solidify their control over this area, and the Block House served as part of the defense of that fort. It was a defensive structure originally.
Right, and you know this better than anyone. I'll just take a moment and show this to folks at home. This is a book that you have written on the Block House.
Yes.
And it coincides with big celebration, 250 years.
Yes. So this year, 2014, is the 250th anniversary. The book was published as part of that, but we're also going to be having a couple of different events throughout the year to help commemorate the anniversary, and particularly the garden dedication ceremony in April. We'll also be having an outdoor event in August, and then our main gala celebration in September.
Right, and so let's talk, over the years, it's a pretty old building, so renovations, restorations have taken place, and let's talk about the condition of the Block House now and what folks would see if they come to visit.
Well, the Block House, as I mentioned, has never been moved from its location, but it has been restored a couple different times. Its main restoration took place in 1894, and believe it or not, it's been open to the public as a historical site ever since that time. But with any historical building, you have to continue to do preservation work on the structure. And so throughout the last 100 plus years, we've done different projects. Most recently, last summer, we actually did some preservation work on some of the original timbers in the structure. But that being said, 80% of it is still original, and when a visitor comes to see it, they're looking at basically how the building would have appeared in 1764. We have some exhibits inside that obviously would not have been present in 1764, but overall the building looks very similar to its original appearance.
And when you mentioned visitors, we touched on this in the beginning, you really get not only people from the Pittsburgh region, but really people from around the world.
Yeah. It's actually, we get a lot more visitors from across the world, across the United States. It's harder to get locals to come to visit the Block House, and I think other museums and sites in Pittsburgh would say the same thing. When it's in your backyard, you're less likely to go see it. But what's been so great with all the publicity we've been doing for Block House 250 is a lot more locals, a lot more Pittsburghers are becoming aware of the Block House and its importance to our history. So we have seen an increase in the amount of local visitors that we receive.
Right,
so that's a good thing.
As we continue to talk, we've been putting on the screen website, phone number, Facebook, all these places folks can go for more information and to learn about the different events you have throughout the year and the gala. What an amazing educational opportunity for young people in particular.
Yes. It's like I said, it's just another way for people to know more about not just the Block House's history, but the early history of the Pittsburgh and greater western Pennsylvania area. The Point and Fort Pitt, that's the beginning of our history. That's when you really start to see settlement in this region, and the Block House has become a symbol of that. And so it's definitely a great way to better educate the public at large about the wonderful history we have here.
Right. So. Well, such an amazing opportunity for all of Pittsburgh to gather and to celebrate. We thank you so much for coming in and spending time with us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm Tonya Caruso. Thanks for watching Comcast Newsmakers. We'll see you next time.